Yeah, there seems to be some confusion around the number of outstanding shares that HOLO stock has. So as things stand right now in this pre-market session of today, the 10th of May, it's currently trading at, it has reached around 1.77, $1.78, slightly above where it closed in the last trading session. That was the session of the 9th of May 2024. So it has this disclosure that is dated 11th of October 2023, but the dates also mentioned in this prospectus are as recent as the 22nd of April 2024. So here it's indicating that it has 24.052 million shares outstanding, and also that this prospectus, the principal issue about this prospectus is that they are trying to raise, or that they raised $28 million, and it's going to be converted, using unsecured promissory notes and ordinary shares underlying unsecured ordinary shares underlying unsecured convertible promissory notes due 2025. So what is absolutely certain is that at some point they are going to issue more shares, and this 24 million shares will no longer be the case. So I know we have not we in the past videos we didn't we failed to mention all of these things because that's because we mainly focus on the technicals, but not exactly on the nitty gritty around the stock. But they're all very much relevant. The reason why we have these spikes is because maybe they are pumping it up. They pump it up to raise the funds. They pump it up and then issue more shares. Before now, yes, they had it was a very low float stock, but eventually this is what happens. They go ahead and raise more funds. They need funds, and whether they are fundamentally sound, whether they are a company you should invest, is a different thing altogether. But in any case, you still have to be very much aware if you are trading HOLO stock passively. If you're buying to hold to sell later on, we have done that ourselves, expecting that a rebound, another spike will happen. We are quite optimistic about that. Technically, there's everything on the cards that it's something that can happen again. And the reason, okay, but I digress now. So, but I'm trying to point out that if you are holding HOLO stock passively, for you to sell at a profit at a later date, you just have to be really careful about this. There's a good chance it will continue to decay, in as much as the probability of a spike is there. I'm going to show you that much later on, what the probabilities are. But you have to be very much aware that it's going to, there's every likelihood that it's going to continue to decay. The price will continue to drop and drop further. So these are the things you have to be very much aware of. In as much, given all of the risks involved in the stock, fundamentally, and otherwise, it's still, some people find opportunities to make money out of the stock. So you have to see what it is that you can make out of the stock, see why you're here. But what is absolutely certain, I have to point out without any doubts, that the prices are likely to continue to go down. Whether it's going to spike is the probability that it's going to spike, pretty much is something else I'm going to discuss, shortly. But coming back to this disclosure, yes, they're raising funds. They need funds. They have debt already, and they're using all of that to they're using the funds to go about their businesses and all that stuff. And yeah, they need the funds, the other part of it is that there are also parties that these funds come from. So these guys, these other parties, are usually the ones that are selling them short selling the stock, and are using all sorts of safe harbor rules to probably increase the number of shares involved in HOLO stock. So in as much as we have 24.0452 million shares out here, it could even be more. There are a number of the volumes trading out there. It could even be more. It could be more. The transparency around some of these outstanding shares, they're very opaque. Especially with small cap companies, very opaque. So you have to be very much about very much you have to be very much aware of these risks. It's highly risky to be really dealing with HOLO stock. Highly risky. But in any case, coming back to the probabilities on of a rebound. So if we have $22.75 as the next Fibonacci upward projection on the stock. Just going by the fact that it has we've seen it spike all the way towards the 66.58. I think it wouldn't be out of place to look at this 22.75 as something that it can spike up to. It has, this is something it has done severally. And apart from that spike, we've actually seen it gradually inch up with a decent angle of attack as against these steep angles of attack. We've actually seen things like that. We've seen it of recent as well, as recent as February, spiked to roughly 22.76 and pulled back again, spiked up again. So going by all of this is now with no regard to the fundamentals, no regard to what short sellers are doing, no regard to those who issue them who they issue the promissory notes to and what they're going to do to the stock. This is no regard to all of those things. Just going by what has happened technically. Then if you look at this $22.75 as an upper projection, then you compare that with the current price. You do an average of this 22.75 and the current price of around 1.77. That is, you add 1.77 to 22.75 and divide it by 2. So you do the same also with its 10-day moving average. And you add the current 10-day moving average of 2.26 to 24.64, which is around right around the sort of moving average it will have, the 10-day moving average it will have if it's trading at 22.75. Then also you do the same with you do these averages. When you calculate all of these averages, you enter it here. You're gonna have an average price of 12.08. 10-day moving average of around 13.45, standard deviation of around 16.16. If you do all of that, then you're going to have the probability that this current trend, the downward trend, the probability that it will continue is around 46.662, and then the probability of a spike, is around 53.378%. So that is if you do it this way. But a more refined approach will be probably to have more figures, to find an average of the figures in between the projection we have. And I would say, I guess to refine it, you need more data in between the averages you have, that is in between this 22.75 projection and 22.275 projection and the current price of 1.77. So it's probably something we're going to touch, we're going to refine in the next video and find out exactly just go ahead and refine that probability. So as things stand right now as well, it's also trading at a discount to its 10-day moving average, so the probability of a small rebound is also there, in the very short time. So we'll continue to digest all of these the technicals around HOLO stock and the probability of a rebound. So as things stand right now, for probability of it trading above 50, trading above okay, let's see, let's get it here. The probability of it trading above $12.08 is around 53.378. So you can actually see that it doesn't it's not actually referring to that 22.75. so it's still not exactly hasn't achieved what we wanted, but as it concerns 12.08, which is still something decent, it's the probability of it is surpassing that price is around 53.378. So in the coming videos I will I will refine the data and see what we're going to come up with, but just bear all of these in mind, bear these facts, the realities in mind, that in as much as it's looking a rebound. It looks could happen anytime soon, between now and up to towards July, something, I mean, statistically. But at the same time as well, this is also what's going on here, the fundamental issues surrounding the stock. There are risks surrounding the stock. If you're here for the long term, if you're here passively, you have to digest all of these things. So I will definitely continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.